Okay, let's try to find out few outputs of the Python program. So let's look at this first program, and if you see that in the first line, what we have given is r is equals to some lambda expression, right? So first of all, you will have to understand this lambda function, right? So we use the lambda function when we have the expression, that is one line expression in the function, right? So if we have one line of expression, then we can use this lambda or anonymous function. And first of all, you will have to understand that this q is here the parameter of this lambda function, and this is the expression q into 2, right? So this is going to be returned from this lambda expression, and it is going to capture in this r. Similarly, you can think of this s, right? And now, but in the next step, we have given this variable x is equals to 2, and here we are calling this r, right? And we have the parameter here x, that is 2. So this parameter x will get copied to this q here in the lambda function, right? And it will return, so this the q value is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4, so here x will be updated to 4. Now again we are calling this sx, right? So here x is 4, so that will call this lambda, right, this one, and here q will take the value of 4, so 4 times 3 is 12. So here x will get updated to 12. Again we are calling this r, so now here x is 12, so here we will get the return from this r is 12 times 2, that is 24. So this x will contain the 24, so it will print the 24. Now let's run this, so you will see that the answer is 24. Now let's look at the second question. What we have given that a is equals to 45. So the variable we have initialized with a is equals to 45, and we have given second variable b is equals to 22. Now you will have to understand this double, you can say the backslash. One backslash means the division, and the double backslash, what does it will give? That it will truncate your characters from after the decimal position, right? So if 45 divided by 2, if you will divide, then what you will get is 22.5. So 0.5 will get removed, right? So what you will get is the 22 only, right? So you can try this, run this, and you will see that you will get 22. If you remove this division from here, maybe you can do that. So if you do that, maybe you can remove, you divide, then what you will get is 22.5. But here we, with this double, that 0.5 will get that 0.5 will get removed, and you will get this 22. Okay, now let's look at the third question. You see that again here we have some boolean variables that we have initialized for b is equal to true, b is equal to false, c is equal to false. Now we have to first of all calculate this expression, right? So we will have to calculate this expression. What does it happen? Yes. Okay. Now how we can do that? Let me first of all correct this one. Okay. So first of all, you should know the precedence of the this or and not operation, right? So the precedence is if you have the in the expression you have not and or, then the higher precedence is then the higher precedence have this not, right? Then after that and this or, right? If you have in the expression, let's take this expression, so a or b and c. Now which one will get calculated first? So higher precedence, so and have the higher precedence than or, so this will get calculated first. So b is false and c is false, so false and false, you will get false. After that a is here true, so true or false, you will get true. So this if condition is true, that means this mind span will get printed with the capital, right? So it will not execute the else one. So this is the correct answer for this. Okay, now let's look at this next question. So what we have given, same thing we have to do, right? So we have initialized ABC with true, false, false. Now let's calculate which one is true. So the first expression is not A or B. So the higher precedence is not, then after that and then or, right? So this expression will get calculated. So A is true, not A will be false, or B is false, so we will get false. So the first expression is false. The first expression for not, for if is false. So then it will go to else if, right? Else if, right? So now let's calculate the else if. So if you look at the expression for else if, it is not A or not B and C, right? So not A is true, not A will be false, or not B, so not will again calculate it because not has the higher precedence. So B is false, so not B will be true, and C, right? So C is false. Now in or and this will get calculated first. So true and false for and will be false or false. So overall we will get false. So here in this else if, this expression is false, so we will move to next else if, right? So let's calculate the next else if. What we have here, the expression is not A or B or not B and we have given and A, right? And A. So this will calculate it first. So not A is true, not A will be false, or B is false, or not B. So B is false, so it will be true, and A is true. Now this will get calculated, so this will return true. And now this, so all the expressions are or, right? Or and one is true, so overall it is going to return true. So you see this is this one have this expression is true, right? This one, so it will print 3, right? Okay, now let's look at the next question. So here you have initialized a variable with value 1, that is the global variable, right? This is not inside the function. And now we have defined a function, do this, and if you see here here we are using this keyword, that is global. That means, what does it mean? That we are using this global variable, that count, in our function, right? And we are iterating through using this for loop. And you see here the iteration, how this iteration will work. This is a tuple given, right? This one is a tuple given, and the value of the tuple, value in the tuple is 1 2 3 4. So this I will take the value first 1, then 2, then 3. So this for loop will execute it for 3 times. First I will take 1, then second I will take 2, and then again I will take 3. So this will get executed 3 times. So count plus 1, that means 3 times it will execute. So count will take the value of, after incrementing, right, it will have the value 4, right? So we have called this function, and this will execute, and count will get updated to 4, and now you are printing this, then the printed value will be 4, right? Okay, so that is the one thing, so that we should have the value 4, so that is correct. Okay, now let me do